Hey, welcome. And now we can use this function we have over here. Okay, to do this, we have to go back to the vendor underscore register screen. And if the form is valid, then we want to use that function. And remember, in order to access that register vendor function, we first need to have access to the vendor controller class. And you can see over here, we already created a variable to store the class. Great. And over here, we can then get rid of this and call the underscore vendor controller, then register vendors. And also, this is going to take some time and we have to await this. But in order to use the await, we have to use the async within the function. And now we can say await. And for the image, this is going to be the underscore image. That is whatsoever picked image. And for the task options, this is going to be the status. Task status. That is if the user is choosing yes or no. And over here we need that check because you can see we did not use a late variable. We didn't use a late for this. We basically used a string only, and we just added this question mark to say it can be null. And over here we have to accept that. Great. And also we can just rename that within the function to task status or maybe task registered. Okay, and we can just do that in order to make it more clear. This is going to be task registered, and copy this and paste this over here, and paste this over here. And what we can just do is I'm going to get rid this and I'll wait, and I just want to call it again. Let's call vendor controller dot register vendor, and the task registered is going to be underscore task status, and we need this over here. And the image is going to be whatsoever picked image. Great. And now we have to create all these variables and bind it within our test form field, right? Over here, this is going to be late and string business name, late string email, late string phone number. Okay, and late string pass number. Seems good. And now we have to bind all this variable we just created. Sorry, all this variable we just created to the test form field. And in order to grab the value of whatsoever the user is going to type in, the test form field has a property known as onChange, and it's going to take in the value of whatsoever the user is going to type in. Now we can then say business name is going to be equal to the value, or the value is going to be equal to the business name. And we're going to do this one more time, and now we can copy. And for the email address, within the test form field, it has a property known as onChange. And basically, we want to grab the value of whatsoever the user is going to type, and then we want to assign that value to the email address. Okay, value. Great. And now we can easily just copy this. And within the test form field for the phone number, it has a property known as onChange. This is gonna be phone number. And okay, scroll down and task number, and this is gonna be task number. Let's go. And over here, you can see we already have this check. That is, if the form is valid, then only we want to do this, right? So what we can do is go back to your controllers folder, then the vendor underscore register, and really there is no need for this check anymore, this if. So what you can do is we can get rid of this, copy from this, sorry, alight, and get rid of this. And also we have to get rid of, first of all, okay, we have to get rid of this. Okay, and I'm just gonna do this again, and you can see over here, get rid of this, or you can just probably get rid of the try and catch and do it again. But this time around, do not add that if statement because we already have this check over here. You can see, and this is gonna make our code much more cleaner and easy to read. Okay, this is basically it. Task option, and over here we can also have the field in the database is going to be task registered. And remember, the task status is basically referring to whatsoever the user is going to choose. That is, if it's either true, sorry, not really true, but if it is either yes or no. And we can try this out. We can try this out. We can try this out now and see what's going to happen. First of all, I'm going to open a new Chrome tab. Okay. Okay. And okay, I've done this behind the scene before, but I'm just gonna delete this so we do this together. And I already have it running. Delete collection, and it is called vendors. Okay, and let's do this together. And output, and we can click. Okay, we just have to restart this first of all, and wait for this. Wait for this. Wait for this. I don't know. I have to auto restart twice before it takes the changes, and hopefully you understand what we are doing. Okay, that's the main point. Still did not auto restart. I just have to auto restart again, and you can just go ahead and fill those fields. And okay, auto restarted now. Okay, perform auto restart, and we can pick an image from our gallery, and you can just add image if you don't have. And the business name is gonna be Maclay Store. Maclay Store, or we can just go this way, or we can just go this way. And the email address, it is vendor@gmail.com. And this, and choose country. This is gonna be Algeria, and choose state, and okay, and choose city. And yeah, we are ready to start for task, and it wants us to add this, and Wait, and click on save. Okay, seems good. Something's currently going on, and hopefully we'll have no errors, but for sure, we are going to have no errors. And we can just go to storage to see. And also, I've done this before, and I should be seeing two images, and you should be seeing one image. And also, I can open this. Just gonna wait for this to finish first of all. I'll open a new tab. Okay, we have the store images over here. You can see we have the store images. Okay, we have two current image. And remember we said the image is gonna be the user URD, that is the logged in user URD. Sounds good. And now we have this new collection called vendors. And okay, you can see approved is set to false. That means the store is yet to be approved, and the business name is set to Markless Store, and this is the city of the vendor. This is the country of the vendor, Algeria. Instead of city value, you can just probably use country in order to make it more simple. You can just say country and city value, and default it is set to false. That means the admin is yet to be approved, and the email is this, and the phone number is this, the state value is this, and the store image of that vendor is this. We can just copy this and open this in a new tab to make sure everything is working as expected. Okay, sounds good. You can see my logo over here, and everything is working as expected. And you can see the task. You can see the task registered is set to yes, and this is the task number, and everything is working really as we expect. We have a new collection called vendors, and we also do have for the buyers, and we also do have for the categories, and we also do have for the burners. And hopefully you have learned really a lot. This alone is 50% sufficient for you. Sounds good. Seems really cool. And what you have to do now is to use the easy loading. You can just install the easy loading, and whenever you click on this, we you want to show that easy loading spinner, we can just install that maybe in the next lecture, or you can just go ahead and try to see if you can implement that. When you click on this, you should be saying that easy loading. Then after it finishes, it's gonna stop.